Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining me again. I'm Sabine. Welcome to another session of movement or move and breathe. And today we're working on creating a little bit more space in our wingspan. So creating space in the shoulder girdle will also hopefully increase some space in your chest rib cage for better breathing. What you will need today is a blanket, or if you got a sleeping bag, something to roll up, and later on you will lie on it. The other prop is a block, maybe two, just for weight. If you haven't got anything for weighing down, while we're doing it later on our hands, you can use obviously a book, anything else, a weight if you got a weight, or if you haven't got anything or you find it is too much, obviously you can do it without any of the props or any of the blocks slash props you might want to use. So the first thing we're going lying on the floor, but before we're doing it, so you can see me, and I try to be more on a side angle, so 45 degrees angle, so you can see me. So when we lie down, I like you to make a fist with your thumbs on top and stretching your arms out. So when you're on your side, you see my knuckles, and then turn. So if you would lift your thumb would look backwards. So that is a position we will be when we're lying down. And what we do, we're pressing with the thumb and index finger side into the floor. Always make sure when we're using this one, the extension of the arms is the same as the extension of your legs. You give a softness in your joints. So here in this case, your elbow joint. We will start off lying on the floor with the knees bent. And when we're going into this position, just making sure the rib cage stays pulled in. Neutral spine when you're lying down, but you may even imprint it by using a little bit more core. Neutral in your neck. So we begin lying down. And as I said, I go more into a diagonal so you can see me. Open my hands first, making my fist or thumb on top, and then turning the thumb side of my fist towards the floor and touch the floor. Now resting the head, making sure you got the neutral position in your neck. Find the neutral position in your lower back and then engage your core. So think about lifting the pubic bone towards your navel and your ribs towards your navel as well, so you stay contained here. So first, just pressing the fist into the floor. Hold it here for 10 to 15 seconds. You can choose to in an access through your nose, or if you prefer, you can sigh out through your mouth, whatever comes easier for you. And then taking your arms like going into the YMCA shape, and again pressing down, and as you press down, your arms will lift. You also feel the engagement in your shoulder blades as you do that. Again, your 10 to 15 seconds, and feel the link between your core, stretching out through your knuckles and your fist and the whole arm. And then taking your arms as high over your head as you can, and again pressing down, keeping your neck long and free. And then releasing out. Roll to one side, pressing up. Now take your blanket, roll it up, and we're placing the head on it. So if you got quite a long blanket, that would be great. So what we're doing here, I go again into the diagonal. The legs can be extended or bent, it's really up to you. Head is rested. You can already use your weights or your blocks. So we're turning the palms up. And then hold it again. So you're hovering your arms, they're floating. Keep the softness in your elbows. And then think about your ribs drawing in. So keep the engagement through your core. And then bring your arms into that YMCA shape. And then taking your arms in your range over your head. And then circle your arms back alongside you. Release. You can taking your props away, roll to one side so you can remove the blanket. We come back to the blanket later on. You will need just one weight. We're starting off on the side. So twisting towards your left side, and you can place your left hand on top of your right leg, stacking your legs. You can use your other block between your thighs if you like the spacing. It's really up to you. So going onto your left side will mean for most people that the right shoulder lifts. It's okay today because we will use the weight. So rolling the right shoulder onto your back, rest your head wherever it's comfortable. Then take your weight, if you want to use one, into your hand again off the floor. Start off in that half T position. So you have to brace into the core. And try to anchor your legs. So you can use your left hand to press gently into the legs. So you got a little bit more stability. And maybe you feel with time that your right shoulder, the head of your arm bone starts to descend. And you want to maintain an external rotation. So external rotation means your armpit looks up towards the sky. Now come into that YMCA shape. And work with your breath. And then take your arm over your head again, find your range. So using your inhale to breathe the length of your spine. And as you exhale, try to breathe into your side ribs. So expanding and contracting. And then bring your arm back to the half T. And then all the way down to your hips. Now we're switching, so bring your legs over. Switch. Exhale into your half T. Remember to roll your left shoulder onto your back. Into that V, half V position. And then as high over your head as the range of your arm allows you. Try to keep your neck long, belly toned, legs anchored. Then moving your arm all the way back, beside your hips, and release out. Removing your props, roll to one side and make your way onto hands and knees. So making sure your knees underneath your hips. You may want to curl your toes under, spreading your fingers, making sure your index fingers pointing forward. Just a few cat-cows. You're starting off with the cow, so lower your chest, tone the belly, and then move your heart forward, your seat up. Press your hands down and back. And then with your exhale, round into your cat. Press your hands down and forward. And then find a neutral position and just do it one more of each. So inhale, coming into your your cow. And then into your cat. I just saw my cat under the table, so I got distracted. Come back into neutral position. Now we do a little bit of shoulder circling. So first we lower, like we would go into the cow. Then moving the shoulders down, keeping that downing, and then moving your shoulders, the head of your arm bones forward. Lower, move your shoulders down, and then down. Side body long, heart descends, shoulders away from your ears, down your upper back. Now the other way. So lower down, move the head of your arm bones forward, and then down. Moving the shoulders away from your ears, lower your chest, side body long, and down. One more. Lowering, moving the shoulders away from your ears into your cow, then moving your shoulders forward and down and release. You probably want to shake out your hands, make a fist, and just do a few resolutions with your fists. We're coming back onto hands and knees, so if you find you need a rest in between, please feel free to rest whenever you need to. Okay, starting off with the right arm. Now before we lift it, make sure you keep your rib cage in and you stay neutral, just like we did on the floor, so you could use the floor as your reference. So you're picking up the right arm with your thumb pointing up and then lower back down. So the tendency is, as soon as we're lifting up, that we start to dump. So make sure it doesn't happen. So that is 2. We're going for 5 in total. 3, 4, and 5. Take your arm back underneath your shoulder. And then take your arm, same arm, out to your right with your thumb pointing up. And then lower down again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hands underneath your shoulders. You may want to sit back, make a fist, and again circle your wrist. You also can shake out your hands, whatever feels right. You also can go into opposite directions, so from a flexion or extension into a flexion. Hands and knees. Let's do the left side. So lifting your left arm up and lower back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hands and knees. Shake in that you still got your form, and then take your left arm out to your left with your thumb up, and then lift and lower the arm for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release hands and knees. Curl your toes under. Now hover your knees. Brace into your core. Breathe. Squeeze your forearms to the midline and then lengthen your spine. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Sit back this time, point, and again releasing your wrists. The next one, we're combining the 2 exercises. So we're going back onto hands and knees. We're lifting up, we're taking the arm out to the side and bring it back to the front 5 times. So hands and knees. Stretch your right arm out in front, thumb up, and then take your arm out to your side and forward again. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hands and knees, switch sides. Left arm forward, out to your side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come back onto hands and knees. Release, look after your wrists again. Okay, adding on. So from hands and knees, turn your left foot out, turn your left hand out and take it a little bit onto a diagonal. And then stretch your right leg out, make sure your foot is flexed, your toes pointing forward. And then take your right hand onto your hip first. So you want to have your wrist slightly in front of your shoulder, while your left shoulder onto your back, so your elbow crease points forward and you turn towards your right. Then taking your right arm up towards the sky and then over your head. You can create a little bit of a side bend if you like. And then either up to the sky or towards your hip, up to you. So reach up and over, stay here or take your hand back to your hip. 3, 4, 5. Come back, hands and knees. I turn around, otherwise you see my back. Alright, taking your right hand a little bit out into a diagonal, spin your elbow crease the same direction, so your right shoulder is on your back. Turn your right foot out, stretch your left leg out, flex your foot, and take your left arm up towards the sky. Palm facing forward and then reach forward, up, or all the way down towards your hip. And just go again for the 5 repetitions. 3, 4, and 5. Come back onto hands and knees. This time point your feet, widen your knees, lift your sit bones and take your inner groin towards your hips. Turn your palms up and rest your head. Place your hands underneath your shoulders and lift up. The next one is a little bit more challenging because we're going into the full side plank. So if you find that is too much, you can stay with the kneeling side plank we just did, or maybe just watch. Otherwise you can pause and go into your Shavasana already. We will go into full side plank doing the same arm movement, and also be going into a down dog. What is a three-legged dog? This time it is one arm and two legs. Normally three-legged dog, it's two arms and one leg. All right, come onto hands and knees. Take your left hand out into your diagonal. Turn your left foot out, just like we did before. Extend your right leg out to your side. Right hand onto your hip. Roll your left shoulder onto your back as you turn your belly and your heart towards the front. Now your right foot is already there. Make sure your foot is flexed. Remember, you can stay and repeat. Or you tuck your left foot behind you and then take your right arm up. So same here, reaching your arm up and over. You can pause here or take your arm towards your hip. So if you take your arm up and over, maybe create a little bit of a side stretch. So you choose. We're doing again our 5 reps. That's 3, 4, and 5. Now from here, we're going into that 3-legged dog. Actually, it is 3 arms. So lifting your right arm, take it out to your side, maybe take it all the way behind you. Try to keep your palm facing up or thumb up. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come back, hands and knees. Lower your knees. I will turn around so we can do the other side. So starting off with the external rotation here. Right shoulder goes onto your back. Turn your right foot out. Extend your left leg. Left hand can start on your hips so you can get organized with your hips and shoulders. Staying here is an option, or tuck your right leg behind you. Left arm to the sky over your head. And then you choose to pause here or take your hand to the hip. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come into your 3-legged dog. You can adjust the hands slightly, and then taking your arm out to the front, to the side, stay here, or all the way to the small of your back. So find your range. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Finishing off with the down dog. Then bring the knees to the floor. Get hard off your blanket again. We're finishing off. Take your blanket, this time widthwise. So the head is here, and if you need a headrest, you got your block there or your prop you want to use. Your armpits are here, your arms over the blanket. So supported Shavasana. So if you find that is too much, use your block as a headrest. Arms by your side into a T. Can go into cactus if you like. Legs can stay bent. You can bring your knees together, hips apart, so you're going into that constructive rest pose. Or if you feel like extending your legs out in front, go for that one. And then closing your eyes, begin to settle. And then come into your breath. And as you inhale, feel that you're breathing the length of the spine. So a vertical position if you're standing. And as you exhale, feel how you're breathing into the width of your ribs. Bring softness into your limbs. softness into your shoulders and in your face. Remember, you can stay as long as you got time for to stay here. Enjoy your rest. Or if you need to finish off, I will finish with you. So we're finishing off by bending the knees, opening the eyes, rolling to one side, and then slowly making our way into the seat. You can use your blanket to sit on. Bring your hands to your heart center, bow your head to your heart. Thank you very much. Namaste. Take care, everybody.